Welcome you all to the lecture on Selenium Dropdown and Selection. So, before diving into the lecturing concept of dropdown and selections in Selenium, you have to know about different locators types which are available in Selenium that are ID, name, class name, XBAR, CSS selector, which help us to identify the web elements for interacting with Selenium script. So to do this and to implement the concept of dropdown and selection with a practical way, so we need to open Eclipse IDE and we'll write a program to implement the concept of dropdown and selection. So in the previous lectures, I've already told you how to create a project and a sample program to run. And how can we interact with the web application, how to test a web application. Now, so I'm creating another program. Right click on the package called sample and icon option called new and go to the option called class. So I'm naming my program as test2 with the main method. And click on finish. So start writing your program from the main method. So I'm using Chrome browser to test the concept of dropdowns. So I will use a WebDriver class and a Chrome driver. So WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver. So we have to import the packages which are related to Selenium. The one means org.openqa.selenium.webdriver. How I get this without writing is simply select this Chrome driver and select the keyboard buttons Control plus space. Where a list of information can be get from which. So you have to select the appropriate package to be imported. So this is the first one which I'm using. So this is to open the Chrome browser. Next, so a website where I can find out a sample document to be tested, dropdowns to be tested. So which are available. I'll share you the URL has to be copied over there. That is nothing but a website from guru99.com, which help us to complete our task on the dropdowns. Let me show you that website and what we are doing with that website is, as you can see from the website called guru99.com, a drop-down list have a country. So now today task is to select India, which I am doing it in a manual way, and through programming it has to be done. So this is the task to be done. Open that Chrome browser and then open this website and select out of country. You have to select India. This task has to be approved through our concept. So for that, so as I open the website, which help us to complete the task of dropdowns. Here, after as you can see that the first thing is opening up the browser, and the next thing is to open the uh, website. So I'm using thread.sleep so that there is any problem with the internet connectivity of program to open up the website, opening up a browser and then opening this website, it takes a period of time of 10,000, 1,000 milliseconds. So we are using interrupting the flow of execution. So it will throw an exception. It is to be declared here in the main method. Okay, next. So after that, so you have to use the select class as I am using a variable drop down equal to new. So from the list of selected items, I have to select the country India. So for that, so I'm using a class called predefined class called select. So here, what to do is that we have to identify the element. So I'll show you how it is done. So open that website in the browser first and go to the option called country. So right click on the window and click on a country, right click on the word country and click on inspect. So this is how we identify the elements of the web page. Yeah. So as you can see that the country, the word country, one more time I'm repeating. So right click on the country and click on inspect. So this is how we can able to identify the variable names, the name country by writing a command file dot name. So by using a locator called name, so I'm able to identify the element on the website. So we have to, so you can see that as I said, if you are getting showing an error like this, that means that something to be imported, right? So selection. So here you select the option called org dot openqa.selenium.support.ui. So this is the import statement that you have to be written for using select keyword. Okay, and then by so by is a keyword. So by using the name of the country as an web element, so we have to write as driver dot find element by name. So I am finding the element by using the driver dot find element by name country. Right. So here we have to use by with org dot openqa dot selenium as an to be imported for this. Right. Next. So to complete the statement, we have to provide select driver dot driver dot find element by name country. So one more to be closed. Yes. Now from this DRP object, we have to use select by visible text. So we use using a locator called select by visible text. So from the drop down list, as we can able to see that a country name India. So we have to implement the as it is. So that is which is written in a capital letter INDIA. Right now. So as I said, thread dot sleep will help us to navigate for a so that we can able to see the program execution in a similar way. So I'm using thread dot sleep one more time to see that selection. Before that, I am saving my program and I'll right click on the program and click on run as and select the option called Java application. So the browser will be open. As soon as the project starts its execution, Chrome browser will be open. And as we defined, the website will be open. The duration of 10,000 milliseconds. As you can see that the browser is being open. And from the drop-down list, the country has been selected. So this is all being done through the programming. Chrome is being controlled by the automated test software, right? So moving back to the program, you can see that the task is being accomplished. That is, from a sample website, we are using the element, finding the element of country, and then from the country, we are selecting the option called India by using the method called select by visible text. So in addition to this topic of drop downs and selections, so I'm doing another task that is I've chosen a website where you can do the sample program task to be done to implement the concept. As you can see, there's a website called output.jsbin.com/upside /2. So here a list of items are available from which we can able to select. So in this concept, I will be selecting items like banana, apple, orange, and grape, and I'll be selecting all the items. And yes, so I'll accomplish this task whether I can able to select the items or not, and by using various web elements and locators, I'll be implementing this concept. So adding on to this program, after this, I'll hold the program for a period of time, and then one more time we have to use select class to select the list of items. Let's say, for example, fruits equal to new select of. So for that, we have to inspect the name which is being given to the list of items. So for that, just simply right click on this and go to option called inspect. And you can see that the list of items is being provided with a name called fruits. Right? So select, and as soon as I select here the options, you can see that the name of that list of items as fruits. Right? So I'm using that my program. So new select new select of driver dot find elements by. So I'm using the locator ID. So the name of the list of items is fruits. So I'm trying to select the items which are available in the list of items fruits. So there are few more locators by which we can able to select the items. Fruits dot select by visible. So what we have already done is using visible text. So as you can see, we have a methods called by value, by visible text, by deselect by value, deselect by visible text. So you can use these methods to select the items as well as to deselect the items. So first of all, I'm using by visible text. The items which are available in that are, as you can, I've already shown you, right? So apple, right? And then we have few more items so that we can able to select fruits dot select. This time I'll use the index select but index 0. So here if I use the index by as 0, that means the items which are available in that website, first one is banana, second one is apple, third one is orange, fourth one is grape. So if I write index of 0, that means apple will be selected. See, banana will be selected. Since banana is the index value 0, then one apple, two orange, third one is grape. Next, as I'm selecting the items, so I've used select by visible text, select by index. I want to use one more method that is only shown, that is select by value. Okay. So I'm using the method called select by value. So I'm using as grape. So these are the various items which are available in the group. And so to know whether all been selected for at once, so what I do is I use thread.sleep so that we can see the flow of selection. That is the only purpose I'm using this thread.sleep. After that, so there are few more methods in it, right? So we are selecting it and we can able to deselect the items which are being selected. So I have already used selected by visible text. By using selected by visible text, I selected apple. The item which I have already selected, I'm just deselecting it one more time. So apple. Next. So in the same way, I am deselecting whatever I have selected. So I have next what we have done is by index. Deselect by index of 0. So whatever the selected by index will be deselected. One more time, I am using this thread.sleep, nothing to see further. This will be happen in a very faster way for the for you to seeing the output clearly. I am using thread.sleeps. Next, using one more time the thread.sleep. So fruits dot deselect by. I'm already done with by visible text and by index. Now we'll do it by value. Okay. So by value, which we have selected is grape. right? So the next thing is what we do is we'll be deselecting all the items. So already deselected all the one by one all the items, right? But we have a method called deselect all, by which you can able to deselect all the items at once. Okay. Next. So this method will not be executed, as you know that we have already deselected all the items, and so I have make it into a comment. And we have another facility and another feature, so where we can able to know whether it has a website has an option of selecting multiple items or not. That means, let me show you. In this website, can I able to select multiple items at a time or not? So how can we do is that by simply pressing Control button, and we can able to do it like this. So as you can see that the feature is available. Just from the script, I want to know whether it is available or not. Using a simple if condition, I want to check from whether it has a multi-selection option or not. So in groups dot is multi-select. So if the multi-selection is available, so system dot out dot print ln, I want to print in the console that it has a multi-selection option. Allows multiple selection. Else, what does it says? System dot out dot println does not allow multiple selection. Okay. So after this, if you want to close the browser, you can simply use a command called driver.quit, by which the browser will be closed after the work is being done. So I'll be executing this program, and I can see the output. Right click on it, run as Java application. So anytime the browser will be opened, and a website which is help from guru99.com. So the concept of drop-down list as well as selection will be, as we included in the same concept, they are being done. So from this website, from the country, India is selected. As you can see that India is being selected. And as you can see from the program, we have accomplished this task, right? Selection of Apple. Whereas to do this task, we have to one more time go to the website where the concept of selection is being done. So the website which I have used this to be copied and pasted. Yes. So I'm using one more time the correct before that, so that after the selection is being done, a particular period of time, that is 1000 milliseconds,